Oh no, I didn't know anything about tiki culture. I didn't know there was such a thing. He didn't know it either. It was just literally, hey, this sounds like a fun kind of like party weekend, doing something kind of
Hmm.
out of our comfort zone that, we had never done before. And
Yeah.
yeah, we didn't know anything about it. But by the end of that weekend, we both came away from Tiki Con just like, oh my gosh, this is a lot of fun. We could really get into this.
And you're like seeing
Yes.
how much you have your credit card limit is.
Yeah.
Okay, we need mugs, we need a bar, we need booze. Hi everyone, this is Ray, or some of you might know me as Tiki with Ray, and today I am in Tacoma, Washington. I am in my favorite neighborhood in Tacoma, which is Fircrest. I'm with my friends Stu and Cara. We are in your home tiki bar called, what's it called?
The Regal Beagle.
The Regal Beagle.
Regal Beagle.
So, let me guess, were you guys big Three's Company fans back in the day?
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, that Jack Tripper, he was a character.
He was always tripping around, right?
He did it all. He did it all. This is like our little homage to him.
So actually, this that was a firm bar. So you got to have like Harvey Wallbangers and frozen mudslides on you.
Yeah, there you go. There you go.
We're working on it. We're working
No,
on
don't make those drinks. They suck. Stick with the Mai Tais and stick with tiki drinks. The interesting thing about Stu and Cara's story is that a lot of times when there's a couple, usually one person's already into tiki.
Mm-hmm.
And then the other person just sort of gets dragged along, and then they end up being into tiki too.
Mm-hmm.
But what's interesting about your story is you both discovered tiki together,
Yeah.
Yes, we did.
and it completely changed your world and your life.
Yeah.
And I want to get that story.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
let's start from the beginning. Stu, Cara, how did you guys meet?
Well, I will head this one up. We actually, how everybody meets nowadays. We met online.
Yeah.
And, we talked for a bit, and we really, really liked each other a lot. So we decided to set up a date. And so we went for a date. Our first date happened to be the Devil's Reef.
Was it really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we tried to get
We
into
tried.
Devil's Reef. We tried.
Yeah.
We went down there because I had been to Tacoma Cabana
Yeah.
many times
Yeah.
and thought it was fun, just like the drinks, and thought that Devil's Reef would be fun. We had never been there before, either one of us.
Yeah.
And so we go down there. This is the first time we were meeting in person. We get down there, and there was this huge line of people. They're all dressed up in, Hawaiian dresses and shirts and the flowers and the
Yeah.
fezzes and everything. We're like, what is all this? Who are these people? And it was a mug release or something like that.
Mhm.
So it was really, really busy, and we couldn't get in. So we thought, well, we'll go back another time.
Yeah.
So we went to another place, had a great dinner, had a great date.
Mhm.
And then fast forward a couple months, we had been dating, and I was scrolling through Facebook.
Yeah.
And I saw, events near you, and it said there was an ad for Tiki Con 2019. And I mentioned it to Stewart, and I said, hey, this sounds like a lot of fun. I kind of read the description, hey, this sounds like fun. We could go and, hang out, party all weekend, explore Portland, and
Yeah.
we didn't know what we were in for, though.
That's true.
So we get down there, and we were sitting in the lobby. We had checked in and everything, and we see everybody bringing in their huge carts and their bins of stuff, and accessories. We're like, oh my gosh, look at all this, And then we just totally got immersed that entire weekend.
It was
So.
quite amazing, and a little bit add on to the story as this whole tiki story about us as a couple getting tiki. We got engaged that weekend as well.
Did you really?
Yeah.
We
Congratulations.
did. Yeah. We went out to tour the Portland that Saturday afternoon, and we had our Tiki Con t-shirts we had got that the day before. And we were walking around, went to that Portland market, went to Voodoo Donuts, and then we hit this little cocktail bar called Valentine's. Actually a vintage clothing store that had a cocktail door on the back.
No way.
Which is really freaking darn cool. And so we're eating donuts, having some Mai Tai she made us, and I asked her to marry me there, right on the spot. And yeah, we got engaged that weekend. And it's been amazing. We had an amazing time, and we just dove into Tiki then. And
we just had so much fun, and we met so many really cool people. You know, I think we met you there the first time, and just met a lot of really cool people and had a lot of fun. We're like, yeah, we could really get in this, you know, and started going to Devil's Reef more, you know, seeing the same people kind of coming in, getting to know people more, and and so it just kind of grew from there.
Hey gang, we'll get back to the Tiki conversation here in just a second, but I want to let y'all know they have t-shirts for sale. They are screen printed in America. The artist is Tony Canepa, and they're going for $20 a piece, $25 including shipping. If you're interested in buying one, go to my website, tikiwithray.com, and then there's a tab that says buy a t-shirt. Click on there and just follow the prompts. So thank you very much. And in your situation is kind of similar to what mine is, because you said that you have gone to Tacoma Cabana. You know what Tacoma Cabana was. You were there. But you just went there because you're like, yeah, I like this place. But you wouldn't say that you were a Tiki file at that point.
Oh, no.
And that's kind of how it was for me. Like, for years, I just liked going to Tiki bars. I didn't even have any Aloha shirts or anything. I just liked going to Tiki bars. And it wasn't until 2015 where I went to a Tiki party. It was Pete, who has the Monkey Skull Voodoo Lounge up in North Seattle. And I was a +1 of a +1. He's like, hey, I'm invited to go to this Tiki party. You want to come? Like, yeah, I do. And like, I go to this party, and there's like hundreds of people, all dressed up to the nines in Aloha wear. And I'm like, oh, this is a thing. Oh, so like, this is something that you can like get into.
Yeah.
Like, sign me up. And then like, I started my blog like a half a year later. Were you into Tiki at all, Stu?
I've never even heard of Tiki.
You never even heard of it?
She brought up that Tiki Con. Well, the Devil's Reef. She talked about the Devil's Reef, you know, and wanted to go there, and she'd never been there before. And it sounds pretty cool. I'm a very adventurous guy. She's a very adventurous woman. That's why we fit well together. We love to explore and try new things like that. And so, So anywho, she told me about this Tiki Con thing. What is it? You know, she kind of gave me a description. Let's just do it. So we went there, and we just had a blast. Met some good people. Got some Hawaiian shirts, and then by the time we were driving on the way home, we said, we need to up our game for next year. So we're doing this next year for sure. We're coming here next year, and we're going to up our game. But it didn't happen because of COVID. So,
The next Tiki Con, we'll all be there.
Yeah.
So here's a question for you. Well, maybe more so you, because I guess once you start seeing that, okay, this Tiki is a thing. Is it what you thought it was? Or was it like, okay, this is kind of the culture that I thought it was going to be? Or did you think like, it's just a bunch of old people wearing Aloha shirts drinking rum? Or was it like, no, or was it more to it? Did it meet your expectations?
I don't think that I really had any expectations. I don't think I really had expectations going into it. It was just like, well, what is this? You know, it was like a real curiosity, and as we've learned more about it, it's just been, and I think initially for me anyway, it was like, oh yeah, fun, dress up and go out and have drinks and, you know, meet some new people and stuff like that. But I didn't really go into it with expectations, really. I don't know about you.
I had no expectations at all because I didn't know anything about it. I didn't know there was this whole lifestyle. You know, Tiki bars, the home Tiki bar. Never knew about it, and look at us. We've got the start of a home Tiki bar in our fucking house here.
I think you kind of got it, you know. I mean, that's what I'm saying. It's sort of like, you know, it's definitely something that snowballs. Because if you would have told me that, like, I'd have a Tiki bedroom, like I'd have a Tiki bar in my bedroom with a waterfall, I'd be like, what the hell are you talking about? I'm crazy, but I'm not that crazy, but yet here I am. The thing that blew my mind about Tiki is, like, at first I just like going to Tiki bars. I just like these bars. I think they're cool. I like the drinks because they get me drunk. And the main thing that I love about Tiki is the people. Meeting people. And here's the thing. It's like, we're all a little older. And as you get older, it is tough to make new friends and to meet new people. For most people, it's like, well, who you work with. Your job. And you know, most of the time, those people are lame. But you get into Tiki, and it's like, we're definitely a subculture, right? There's not a whole heck of a lot of us. So when you actually do meet someone else, else that's into tiki. You're like, hey, how's it going? They know who Trader Vic is, and you know what a Mai Tai is, a real Mai Tai. It's like, oh my God, instant friends.
Yeah. Well, I think, I didn't go in with expectations, but now we're still learning. And so, we've done a lot of collecting, and we love to hit, the thrift stores and antique stores and stuff. And every time we see something, we're like, oh, that's really cool. And then you'll investigate and find out more about the artist, or, about where that kind of fits into the whole story of tiki. And so that's how we've learned. And then we love the drinks, obviously,
too. Yeah,
so.
Drinks are amazing. But like you said, it is a good group of people, and we met some really amazing people. It's just like this whole camaraderie going on. You go to a tiki bar, they know you're a tiki file. They just talk to you and they accept you, and it's just an amazing group of people. We met some real amazing people at that Tiki Con, and we're still meeting people.
Yeah. And even people that have known us, will say, oh, we're into tiki now. We like the rum drinks. We got a tiki bar in our house. And they're like, what? A tiki bar in your house? What do you mean? And so we have
You just got to come over.
Yeah. And he even told his doctor about it. And his doctor's like, investigating rum and all this stuff now, too. It's funny.
Got my doctor into tiki. He's actually trying to get into the Devil's Reef. He tried to go down there last week. He couldn't get in. He was a half hour late, 90-minute wait. He's buying rum. He bought the Smuggler's Cove book.
Oh.
Yeah, so.
Pretty soon you're going to see your doctor. He's like, so Stu, I'm going to make a prescription for you for this plantation rum. I want you to do 2 ounces per day. So out of all the different aspects of tiki, which there is different aspects of it, what part of it do you like the most?
Are you talking about like decor and stuff?
Just everything. Do you like the art? Do you like the mugs? Do you like the cocktails? Do you like the bars? People, the clothing?
Well, for me, I like I love to be able to dress up, and I'm into decorating, and I always have been anyway, so I love the thrill of collecting, and like, now I can't go into any store without looking around and, is there anything in here that would fit into?
I do the same thing,
It's changed, like, everything, every time we go into a store, look at that, I might fit in somewhere, and so I love that part of it, and,
I love everything about it, I love collecting the mugs. Mai Tai glasses are pretty cool. I love the rum. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I learned so much about rum. There's a whole bunch of rum I need to buy still.
That's everyone.
We
all have our list.
Yes, we do. But I'm really enjoying that. I'm learning about it, and just great knowledgeable people. Amongst these Facebook groups, Tiki Recipes, Tiki for Everyone, Planet Tiki. And those are just a bunch of great group of people. You post something in there, and just everybody just friendly. Talk, joke about it. Just a very casual environment, and just have a great time.
Plus, over this last year, it's been a really great escape. We haven't been able to go out anywhere. And so when we found our bar, actually, we drove up and bought it from a guy up in Maple Valley.
Okay.
And found it on Craigslist or Marketplace or something. And we were like, you know what? We're just going to do it. This used to be a bedroom. And so we took the bed out and took the table out. And you and Jason Craig helped us bring this bar in here. Then, forget it. We need some lightheartedness. We need some joy in our life right now with all this COVID stuff going on. And we can't go out anywhere. So we need to make our own entertainment here at home. And we love it. We love to be able to come in and sit here on a Friday night, Saturday night, have our drinks, and
we'll get dressed up and make some drinks and just put in some music and just talk about our week and enjoy each other and talk about future plans and just have some good fun here.
Yeah. Speaking of future plans, what are your future plans?
Well,
as far as you in the tiki lifestyle, like what? So where do you see yourself 5 years from now?
Oh my gosh!
Well, I don't know. Where do you see yourself a year from now?
Well, we love to travel, and like Stuart mentioned, we love to explore new places and see different places, and so we actually have a trip planned to Las Vegas beginning of July. So we're going to go and hit up Frankie's and the Golden Tiki, and So that, I mean, for me, that's what I want to do. I want to start branching out. You know, we've been to a lot of the tiki bars here in the Puget
Yep.
Sound area, but we want to branch out. We want to visit, you know, get on a plane and go to some of these other places.
Well, thanks for telling me your story, and I think it's an awesome story because I don't know. A lot of times when it comes to couples, it's like sometimes one person's on board, the other person doesn't care,
Yeah.
or is not on board.
Yeah.
And it makes me happy to see a couple both get into it and both be like, yes, this is what we're doing. Because I remember when I first met you guys, this was just a room, just like you said.
Yeah,
Now it's a
yeah.
tiki bar.
Yeah.
Now it's a Regal Beagle.
The Regal Beagle. Not a tiki name, but it's homage. You know,
Yeah.
the Regal Beagle should have been a tiki bar there in that show. It should have
Yeah. What the hell? Come on.
been.
Yeah.
It's
Well,
it was a fern bar.
Yeah.
In the 70s, I don't know. Was that the 70s or the 80s?
80s.
It was the 80s.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know, but everybody that was cool, all the good stuff went down at the Regal Beagle.
Yeah.
You know, that was where all the good stuff happened.
So that needs to be your slogan for your home tiki bar.
Yeah.
All the cool stuff happens
All
at the
the
Regal.
stuff happens at the Regal Beagle.
Because this is so new to us, we don't know a lot about, you know, a lot of these the bars that have been established and stuff. We don't really know about them, so we're just like, yeah, we need to start traveling and getting out there. And if there's a tiki bar in town, let's go check it out and see what it's like. You know.
What you start
Yeah.
realizing is that, you know, oh, I like tiki bars, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then you get into it and you start realizing like there's different types
Yeah. Yeah.
of tiki bars. You have your old school tiki bars.
Mm-hmm.
You have your like nautical tiki bars, like Devil's Reef is like a nautical tiki bar. You
Yeah.
have your
Yeah.
Disney tiki bars,
Yeah.
and Golden Tiki kind of goes in that direction because they have like
Oh, okay.
animatronics and stuff like that.
Oh.
You got your more modern kind of tiki bars like Zombie Village. And as you get into it, then you're like, okay, well, I like these types of tiki bars. I like old school.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
what I like.
Yeah.
Yeah, for us, for me personally, it's the Alibi right now. I love the
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
It's
I
Yeah.
love the Alibi.
old school tiki bar. You know, it's been there since the 40s, like 47.
Yeah. Yeah.
You walk in, you're like walking through like this big like rum barrel, you know, and you walk in and they got just some old school artwork up there. And
Like Holly Paley is a
nice
completely
dive
different.
bar type
Yeah.
tiki drink.
Yeah.
But
Holly
that's
Paley
but
is
it's
cool too.
awesome,
It's awesome, but it's totally different than the Alibi is. So, yeah, I think that we both like the really kind of vintage stuff. We like
Yeah.
things with history to them and stuff. So I think that's why we like the Alibi as much as we do. But yeah,
Yeah, I want a tiki bar where I got to get a tetanus shot before I go.
That's true.